excited with you.
Yeah.
All right, 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good morning. It is August 26, 2014. Thank you for tuning into The Source, WOCA, here at The Source. Broadcasting live outside the WOCA commissary at the Paddock Mall.
Yeah.
Also known as the alias of the food court. It is 72 degrees. 72 degrees. Just a hint. Just a hint. Or am I just being optimistic? A hint that autumn is around the corner. I'm a very fickle guy anyway. Whatever the season is, I'm happy when it gets here, and then I'm ready for it to be done like a month before it's ever done. You know,
yeah.
So we've still got a whole month of summer, I think, in my mind. At least, especially here in Ocala.
Oh, sure.
Good morning, Robin. How are you?
Good morning, Larry. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Nice looking Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in. 7:35 this morning. Today's election day.
Yes, it is.
Today is election day, and I don't want to beat a dead horse or whatever the saying is, but I just want to go over that stuff again. If you are going to vote today, or maybe you thought, well, it's just a primary, I don't think I'll vote today.
Mm-hmm.
There are some decisions being made today. It'll be really interesting to see how Nan Rich does. I'm anxious to see how she does.
Yeah, me too.
I really am anxious to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I know those who, profess to know way more about this than any of us, at least in this room.
Yeah.
They say she doesn't have a chance, but it'll be interesting to see. And of course, if she wins, it doesn't mean she wins. It means she'll face whoever wins on the Republican side, and likely that will be Rick Scott. I mean, I know he's got two ladies running against him, but
Yeah.
I mean, one was a pharmacist, and one I couldn't figure out. She was just kind of answering questions that looked like good answers, but nothing specific. All right. So anyway, so it'll be interesting. Anyway, I want to do that at 7:35, so I'll shut up right now. Mark Warshawski is coming out at 8:20. He's the Mobile Solutions Executive at Bank of America. They did a survey over there. It's called Mobile Mania. It explores banking trends from phone calls to banking. So we'll find out what that's about.
Yeah.
We'll find out. News Bites today at 8:35. We'll take the news from around the world, around the nation, around the state, and around town, and we'll abbreviate it so that you can hear it in a short period of time and get on with your day. Mm-hmm. There's at least one fun one in there.
I hope so. I look forward to the fun ones.
It was at least one fun one. Sunday, 2 days ago, was something about Go Topless Day in New York City.
I missed that.
Well, you're listening to the radio, so unfortunately we won't be able to show you the photos that came with the story, but it was a fun one for me anyway.
We could have done that at the Bowl-a-thon.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
No. Yeah, I can imagine it, but that's about as far as it'll go, my imagination.
Yeah. Well, all the bowlers could. Fellas could go topless too.
Well, Robin.
These topless bowlers.
You always think outside that box, don't you?
Yeah.
Teddy Caroline Baldwin will be here. She is our master gardener. Mm-hmm. Well, she is a master gardener. I don't know that she's ours, but she comes into our station and does the You've Got a Garden segment every Tuesday. Always love having her in here. Maria Veltri and Rusty Robertson are coming out at 10:05. Let's see. They are talking about the Fifth Third Bank's Pay to the Order of campaign. Mm-hmm. This is a Stand Up to Cancer research program, and they will tell us what it is. Let's see. Rusty is the co-founder of the Stand Up to Cancer Foundation, and Maria is vice president of Fifth Third Bank, which I've had that explained to me why it's got that funny name, but I forget what the explanation was.
Rusty was also instrumental in doing the Susan G. Komen events for Stand for a Cure, so she's a good lady. Dr.
William O.H. And Jan Mannerite is coming on at 10:20. They are talking about prostate cancer. Wow, two cancers in that hour, in that half hour.
Yeah. Experts on prostate
so one
cancer.
for women, one for men. But damage control at 10:35. Joe Reichel will lighten up the mood after those two cancer talks.
Yep.
He's the co-owner of Damage Control Services. Knows how to use social media very well. Mm-hmm. And so he'll be here telling you what you can do if you've got a do-it-yourself project and you just don't know exactly how to fix this thing that's broken. And
yeah.
The butter knife is not working like it's supposed to work. It's supposed to work as an all-purpose tool.
It is. It really is.
Dr. Jack Stern at 11:05. He's a neurosurgeon. He's written a book called Ending Back Pain, 5 Powerful Steps to Diagnose, Understand, and Treat Your Ailing Back.
Yeah.
And we do have the book. If you listen to us regularly, you know that we give away the books that we talk about usually. Mm-hmm. So we'll be doing that with that one. I have a feeling somebody will want it. Fun with Joe today. I have TV show antonyms. TV show antonyms. I will read you the opposite of what the TV title is.
Okay.
And you guys can figure out what the TV title should be.
Oh,
the
cool.
actual title of the show.
Nice.
On our segment with Galen Unell, I believe he is up in Atlanta this morning.
Yep.
I don't know if he's calling in. I think he is. I hope he does.
Yeah.
He's at Dragon Con. I know we've got an abbreviated visit with Galen because of our 820 segment. But I do have a topic. It's food fails.
Oh.
Things people have tried in their culinary experiments that just didn't work out. I've got a few of my own I'll share with you, and maybe our listeners can chime in on that one. And you, Robin, maybe you've got a few of your own.
Gosh.
So that ought to be fun. I know, Robin, my porch. I'm going to tell you about my porch this morning. My dog always wakes me up. My dog always wakes me up at about 1 o'clock. I get up at 3, and then I go back to bed after taking the dog out. But it's kind of a ritual. Every morning at 1 a.m., the dog wakes me up.
Okay.
So usually it's not the right word. I never put my shoes on to walk out onto the porch, because all I really do is take the dog onto the porch, go through the screen door, stand in the porch, let the leash allow her to extend out into the grass. She does what she needs to do, and she comes in.
Yeah. You've got a clear shot there.
Right. I have a screened-in porch, so I don't want to be out there, in my shorts. So, I'm okay with being out there. I just don't want people to see me being out there. All right. So, in other words, I don't turn the light on.
Yes.
Now I know my porch. I know where the things are. I know there's a clear path that takes me to that door.
Yes.
Well, last night at 1 o'clock this morning, something crunched under my foot.
Oh. Oh.
And I thought, now what was that?
Yeah.
Was that a dog cookie maybe that somehow got out the door?
I would have screamed.
I squished something. And so it's really dark, and I don't have my glasses with me. And I tried to turn on my phone so I could light it up with that little light.
Well, at least you had your phone with you.
Anyway, so this morning when I was finally ready to go to work, I went out there all dressed with my eyeglasses on, with the light on.
And your shoes on.
And my shoes on. And I looked, and I had stepped on a snail, a large snail.
Oh, my God.
There was a large snail in my porch.
It's one of those humongous ones.
I don't know.
Like crawling.
Those big African snails. Remember we heard about these invading snails?
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Invading snails. I have seen trails.
Yeah.
Like these glistening trails of slime. I have. I showed one to you.
Yes, you did.
And I kept thinking, well, there's something somewhere doing this, and I'm picturing a slug maybe. I don't know. Do slugs crawl on the walls? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know that I've ever seen a slug crawl on the wall.
No, I've seen them on sidewalks.
But I've seen small snails, so I assumed it was just a small snail leaving those trails.
Yeah.
Well, this thing wasn't small.
Wow.
This thing was like the kind you see like in the grocery store.
Wow, that's huge.
The shell. I don't know why they do that anyway. Why do they sell snail shells in the grocery store?
It's for escargot. The people buy snails.
But why do you buy?
And then the shells, because you got to stuff the snail in there.
Why do you have to stuff them in?
Because that's how they do it.
Oh, you can't cook them without stuffing them back in the shell? So why don't they just sell them in the shell?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good question.
But they sell the snail meat.
Yeah.
Separate from the snail shell.
Right, and then you mix it up with butter and stuff and squash it in the shell, and then you bake it.
Oh, have you ever done this?
Yeah, when I was in French class in high school.
Is this a food fail?
Yeah, no, it was okay. I mean, the teacher knew what she was doing, but it's not one of my favorites.
Well, I don't know how anybody ever thought, well, that'd be something good to eat. I mean, I was looking at it on the floor of the porch.
Yeah, you could have cut your foot though.
No, I'm telling you, this was wafer. This was like a wafer. I mean, this guy didn't have much strength to his shell.
Oh.
Maybe that's why I saw so many trails. He was looking around for something. I'm getting so hungry. There's nothing to eat here.
I hope he escaped his shell before you stepped on it.
Oh, he did not, Robin. I'm telling you.
There.
Oh, he was there.
Oh, geez.
He was there. I thought somebody hocked a loogie in my porch.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it looked like, Robin.
Worse. Ew. Oh, man.
All right, we'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA.
Fox News Radio, I'm Steve Rappaport. The mission moving beyond Iraq. U.S. surveillance flights underway in Syria to track ISIS militants.
White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest suggesting U.S. military might is not the only solution.
There is a role to be played for the moderate opposition in Syria. There's a role to be played for other governments in the region that have a stake.
Should the president take military action in Syria, it's still not clear if he would first seek authorization from Congress.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. No unrest in Ferguson, Missouri after Michael Brown was laid to rest.
We deployed no smoke device, no tear gas, no mace, and again tonight, no police officer fired a single bullet.
State Highway Patrol Captain Ron Johnson. The big winners on TV's biggest night? Breaking Bad takes 5 Emmys, including Outstanding Drama Series. Modern Family crowned Outstanding Comedy Series for the 5th straight year. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from foxnews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's foxnews2go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Your home is safe. Or is it? AA Lock, Dock, and Security. The name has been a staple in Ocala since 1985. Do you have the right equipment in place to have peace of mind when you are at home or away? AA Lock, Dock, and Security has the right people to install and monitor your home or business. Call today for a free on-site security analysis. Call 867-1965. AA Lock, Dock, and Security, 219 Northwest 10th Street, 867-1965.
Your weekends are getting a little retooled.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out.
New shows? Check.
We are my force.
Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire. Because that's how exotic it is.
We are my force.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
You hear a lot of announcements on WOCA, but you don't want to miss this one. The Salvation Army Church Indoor Yard Sale is happening on Saturday, September 6th from 8 a.m. till 1 p.m., and everything is priced to move. Over 5 truckloads of Christmas items, clothing, furniture, knickknacks, and books. Doors open at 8 a.m., and there will be a little of everything. Go to 2901 Northeast 14th Street here in Ocala. Thank you for supporting the Salvation Army programs. All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Beautiful looking Tuesday morning, really. It's just so nice out there. And, we do really live in a beautiful place. And if you're lucky enough to have the day off, I just hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
We managed to find a way to do things on our days off that and I end up tired.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
I mean, they are so rewarding, the things we do, but sometimes I just say, okay, what happened to the weekend? It disappeared, didn't it?
Yeah.
We had an email sent to us, and I wanted to share it with our listeners. This is from the VA. Is that right? It says, Dear Robin and Larry, it says, if you have time, please mention this on the show. Though the VA provides some food and local supermarkets provide bread, or through the VA, I guess, the vets enrolled in college lose their food stamps, so they are always in need of donations. Is that right?
Yeah, that was interesting.
They enroll in college? I didn't know that. So she wanted us to mention that. Her name is Lynn Miller. So they need some items for the homeless veterans shelter in the Ritz on Silver Springs Boulevard. They have a new manager, Jeff Martin. She says in her note that she says, I spoke to Jeff Martin today, meaning the 22nd when she wrote this.
Yeah.
And she says they need toilet paper, paper towels, paper napkins, laundry detergent, shampoo, disposable razors, dish soap, Palmolive, Dawn, etc. Oh, she's naming the brand name, sorry.
Yeah.
Small bottles for individual kitchens is what they're looking for. They need pepper. Capitalized. I guess they really need pepper bad.
I guess they love pepper.
I can help them out with pepper.
Yeah.
Canned meat, tuna, Spam, chicken, peanut butter is a big treat. Oh, wow. Simple things like that. So if you can help them out, you just drop off the items at, I guess you could drop them off at, I'm sorry?
The Ritz.
At the Ritz.
Yeah.
Right? It says here on Top of the World. But it doesn't say where at on Top of the World. So
yeah, no, she was ambiguous in her email, but I checked, and you can drop them off at the Ritz, or you can call her to find out how else you can help.
So let me give you her number then.
Yeah.
438-3354. Just helping out when we can.
Have to help our veterans.
All right, today is Election Day, and so there's a few things you might need to know. Let me start with the county commission race. Let me see. I've got a few of them here. The Marion County current Marion County Commissioner Carl Zalek III, holding his seat right now, is facing former County Commissioner Glenn C. Fiorello. Glenn was in the studio and reminded us that he had been a county commissioner back in the 1980s, late 80s, and I remembered him, but I couldn't have told you when he was. That's the District 4 seat. The winner of that race does not automatically win the race, because there is a write-in candidate. His name is Christopher Tarner. So Tarner will face either Glenn Fiorello or Carl Zalek. Whoever wins today faces Mr. Tarner in November. Okay. I don't know anything about Tarner, but I can look him up, and I'll do that in just a second. Rich Nugent, who has become a friend of the station and has made an effort to be on the air with us twice a month on Mondays, although yesterday he wasn't able to be.
Yeah.
But he actually is not in the primary today because there was no Republican candidate challenging him today. Don't forget, it's a primary election. But he is facing a Democratic opponent in November. The Democratic opponent that he is facing is David Kohler. David Kohler, Koller.
Okay.
Just so you know that.
Okay.
Just so I share that with you. Let's see. The governor's race, of course, is probably the one that everybody's talking about. I find it extremely interesting because of the fact that Charlie Crist. Well, there's so many things about Charlie Crist that makes it interesting. A, he was governor once before. Everybody knows that. Mm-hmm. B, he switched parties.
Right.
Twice. He switched from Republican to Independent, and then he went from Independent to Democrat. And Mr. Crist, of course, is facing somebody today in the primary. He's facing Nan Rich. Mm-hmm. So that ought to be interesting. I'm real interested in that one, actually. I mean, I'm wondering how Nan Rich is a long-time Democrat. I mean, she wasn't switching parties. I mean, whether you agree with her or not, she has been constant.
Yes, she has.
So her values have been the values that she has stuck with all along. Mm-hmm. Charlie Crist, on the other hand, said that the reason he changed was because the party changed. Mm-hmm. But if you look at his record, it doesn't reflect it. But I don't want to make political commentary, so I should extract, whatever. Take that back. None of the current candidates for governor, I shouldn't say none because there are a few unknowns, but Charlie Crist and Governor Scott do not have running mates selected yet. Mm-hmm. The lieutenant governor is presumed to be Scott's running mate, Carlos Lopez Quintero.
Yeah.
It's presumed that he will be the running mate, but it's not on the list today. So when you go vote today, if you haven't already. Let's see. Nan Rich is facing Charlie Crist, or Crist is facing Nan Rich today, and let's see. There's a couple of others wanting to be the governor of the state. Yinka Adesina, and hold on, where's the other lady? Elizabeth Cuevas Nyunder, whose names I may be mispronouncing. Both running as Republicans, both on the ballot.
Yeah. Well, they had enough money to pay to get on the ballot, so they probably have.
That's a good point. That's a good point. However, they're considered token opposition. It is not believed that they will have much of an effect on Governor Scott's results today. Mm-hmm. I think I agree with those who know more about this than I do. There's also a guy named Joe Allen. He's got no party affiliation. He is running for governor, but he's not on the list today.
Oh.
So he's going to be one of those independents on the ballot in November.
Oh.
Glenn Aldine Burkett, also same thing, no party affiliation. Farid Kavari, also no party affiliation, on the ballot in November. Robert Pribble II is not going to be on the ballot. He withdrew his name.
Oh.
Nan Rich, I mentioned already. Mark Shepard also withdrew his name from the Democratic, and John Smith withdrew his name. Mm-hmm. So, didn't Jim Penna, didn't he tell me that there was a constitutional candidate?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he did.
I wonder why it's not on the list here.
Yeah.
It's probably an incomplete list then. Okay.
Yeah, I would think so.
Anything we need to know about? Let's see. I think I know Dennis Baxley's not in the primaries today.
Oh, okay.
For our state representatives. Mm-hmm. In fact, there's no state representatives on the primary list today at all. The other ones to look at, in addition to the governor and the county commissioner, are our school board. We've got 3 incumbents in today's primary, and I believe all of them will be. All of the seats will be considered in November. But in today's primary, let's see, Bobby James, Angie Boynton, and Ron Crawford, they're the 3 sitting school board members. They're all hoping that you vote for them, of course. They all want their jobs. They want to keep their jobs. Angie Boynton represents District 4. Bobby James represents District 3. And Ron Crawford represents District 5. Mm-hmm. They're all facing opponents, and you will find out when you get to the polls who they are. I guess I could tell you who they are.
So whoever wins today, they're in.
I believe that's the end for them.
Okay.
But I don't understand that, because I believe that Nancy Stacey is running against an opponent in November.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where I'm confused. If today's the end, then why don't they just have it in November?
Well,
So
it depends if there's not an opponent, then you win.
Okay.
Like in Carl Zalek and Glenn Fiorella's case, it looks like on the surface there is no opponent, so it looks like whoever wins today would win.
Yeah.
However, that's not true, because there is a write-in candidate for them.
Oh, okay. And the write-in candidate can't go to the primaries.
Well, right, because the write-in candidate is not representing a party.
Yeah.
So the parties, the primary, and it's kind of rudimentary stuff, I guess, but the primary's purpose is for the parties to pick their candidates that will be on the ballot in November. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Watch for rough surf and rip currents along the coast through Wednesday. Partly sunny and breezy today, a shower in spots near the coast, high 88 to 91. Partly cloudy tonight with a brief shower or two along the coast, low 69 to 76. Partly sunny tomorrow with a shower or thunderstorm, high 88 to 92. Thursday, clouds and sun with a thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 90 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Steve Travis.
This is a public notice. Local residents can now save thousands of dollars on their next car, truck, or SUV. It's not a tent sale, because no tent is big enough to hold this many cars. It's OcalaForSale.com. Say goodbye to sticker shock. OcalaForSale.com has thousands of vehicles with no stickers at all. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
We should eat our larger meals earlier in the day so we have energy, and eat our smallest meal at night so the body can focus on sleeping. Successful relationships aren't supposed to be perfect. They require vulnerability. Telling yourself that the guy isn't good enough, our expert says you're really just giving yourself an excuse to stop trying. Couples should send 2 texts a day that provoke interest, like, I want to tell you about this cool vacation idea I had.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Legally Yours, brought to you by Fuller & Fuller Attorneys at Law. On the air every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. with John Fuller, a board-certified civil trial lawyer for over 25 years. John welcomes your questions, from business to complex family matters to legal disputes. So tune in every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. for Legally Yours with John Fuller, right here on WOCA 1370 AM and 96.3 FM, The Source.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Our tractor services include bush hog, disking, front end loader, box blade, and stump grinding. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, Gene, @yahoo.com. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
We are The Source, WOCA.
All right, thank you. 12 minutes now before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Today is Election Day, and we've been going over some of the basics. And if you've followed Marion County politics for any time, really, you know that on primary day, especially this kind of an election, usually if you're listening to talk radio, you're among the few who will actually go vote, which is unfortunate, but it's true. Mm-hmm. It's true. And yesterday I made a prediction that we'll have an 8% turnout, so we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. I hope we do better than that. There's on the ballot for District 5 in the Republican primary today. Mm-hmm. There are 2 people running for Congress in District 5. I wanted to tell you a little bit about them. Phi Low, also goes by Twee. Phi Twee Low. I just went to Project VoteSmart. I'm refraining from offering opinion. I don't want to influence you. I just want to tell you what VoteSmart says about her, because that's all I really know. She is a she, first of all. Thai Tui Lo is a lady. She's running for District 5 as a Republican. She is on the ballot, so as you mentioned before, Robin, she must have done something right to qualify. She lives in Lake County. She was born in Vietnam. Let's see. What else do I know about her? Oh, here we go. Her political experience it says none. Her education, she has a Bachelor in Science in Business Marketing, and she got it from the University of Central Florida. She's not involved in any caucuses, at least according to this, and she's got no professional experience on file. She's a member of the Lake County Golden Triangle Rotary Club. That's the only information that VoteSmart has on Thai Lo. So if you're a Republican and you're going to the primary today, Thai Lo, also known as TWEE, T-W-E-E, will be on your list of candidates to choose from.
U.S. Congress?
For Congress, I'm sorry. Did I say something else?
No, you said Congress. I want to make sure it was U.S. My notes.
Yeah. Okay. And then Glo Smith. Did I say the name right? Glo? I think it's G-L-O Smith. Glo Smith is, hold on, let me make sure I have this. Okay, Glo Smith, let me give you this information also from votesmart.com, votesmart.org, I'm sorry. Glo is also a lady. Her Glo stands for Gloriatha.
Oh, that's pretty.
Gloriatha Glo Smith. Her birthplace is Jacksonville. She lives, let's see where she lives. She's running against the other lady. That I just told you about. Let me see what it says about her here. Come on. She's got an MBA, business administration from the University of Phoenix. Her political experience is none. Her caucuses are none. Her professional experience: she's a former assistant lieutenant governor. She's a former assistant to Lieutenant Governor Jennifer Carroll.
Oh, wow. Well, that's something to be considered then.
She was up there. She's a family child care coordinator, National Child Development Education Alliance, and she's the owner of a small family child care business. And one of the organizations she has listed for herself is the Accreditation Observer, the National Association for Family Child Care. So those are the two organizations she has listed for herself.
Well, she's got a lot of credentials then, so she should be considered.
And she will be, of course, running up against Corinne Brown in November if she wins. So you have Thai Lo, Glo Smith, Gloriatha Smith, running today. And if one of those ladies wins, then they will be running against Corinne Brown.
Oh, okay. Corinne's held that seat a lot of years.
Yeah, and I wonder how the redrawing of the maps is going to affect anything on that.
Yeah.
Let's see. In the Democrat list, gosh, I don't know much about any of these people. I'm trying to kind of learn as we go here. But Ron Crawford, of course, trying to hold on to his seat with the school board. Kelly King challenging him on today. I guess. Well, that's not just Democratic. That's everybody.
Right?
Right, nonpartisan. Anybody else? The only one I have is the judges, and I'll be honest with you. I don't know what to tell you about them. Do I have? Let me see if I have that information on here on VoteSmart.
Yeah, I had to dig for those.
Did you? And
yeah,
that's the only problem. Sometimes I go and I don't know that I've done all my homework necessary to vote.
I wouldn't have known except I had the absentee ballot, and then when I looked at it, I thought, oh, I didn't even know there was a judge's race. So. I had to look up everybody to see before I cast my vote. But if I wouldn't have done that, I would have gone on blind and like, okay, well, what name looks good?
Well, see, and one of the problems with the judges race, and John Fuller could explain this better than us because he knows how this works. They've got so many rules. So on VoteSmart, there's nothing listed for Mary Hatcher, so I won't even bother looking for the others. So there you go. Maybe some of you have some ideas.
Google.
That's all I really wanted to say about that, and I've got some extra time, so I wanted to share something else with you, and I thought this was pretty interesting. There was a letter in the news written by a Marine Corps veteran who served in Iraq in 2006, and it's a strong letter, and it has been making the rounds. People are sharing it. He served in 2006. His name is Nick Powers. The letter has gone viral since it was first published on the Warfighter blog over the weekend. By the way, if you go to Warfighter blog and you do not like curse words, you're going to go away. Not that they're not used in a way that makes sense, but there's a lot of curse words on this website.
Oh.
In the letter, Nick Powers mocks the Islamic State for its threats to raise the flag of Allah over the White House. I want to read the letter to you, and here it is. Okay, it's on the blog Warfighter. He titled his. It's not an essay in the normal sense. It's just really a big long paragraph. It's a letter. He titled it "Strength Through Honor." It's a subtle message to ISIS. Remember, ISIS is the group that cut off the journalist's head, James Foley.
Yeah.
ISIS is the group that said, "We'll see you in New York."
Yeah.
ISIS is the group that wants to see us no longer here.
That buries people alive.
I want you all to remember that Rome is gone. The old Roman Empire is gone. Mm-hmm. And these were the people that were feeding Christians to the lions.
Yeah.
So while those individual Christians didn't survive,
yes,
the bigger picture did. And you know, just a note.
Right.
Just a note.
It's a good note.
Anyway, so this is what he writes. He writes, "As I sit here constantly hearing and watching you execute innocent men, women, and children in the Middle East, I chuckle. Why do I chuckle, you may ask? Well, let me explain something to you cowardice fools who think you are so tough behind all your propaganda videos. You are scaring a population that doesn't know how to fight. You're bullying the weak. You say Islam is the religion of peace, but since when does terrorizing the innocent and beheading men, women, and children constitute peace? WTF. But keep in mind, what did Saddam's troops do when we came rolling into town? They surrendered twice. So all your empty threats of coming to America and raising your flag over the White House amuse me more than any of you sick, sadistic bastards could ever imagine or comprehend. In 2012, there was about 21.2 million veterans in the United States. Do you understand what that means? Let me break it down for you. That means there are literally millions of disgruntled, dysfunctional, ticked-off veterans. By the way, I replaced his word with the word ticked.
Good.
Who have been dealing with years of abuse from their government, stabbing them in the backs and having to watch their friends die because you Islamic extremist idiots can't seem to act like normal human beings and stop terrorism and the violence. It's one thing to take over an Islamic State, but if my memory serves me correctly, I'm pretty sure we plowed through Fallujah in 4 days. Better yet, it took us about a month to control your entire country. At this point, with 13 plus years of war under our belts, how long do you think it would take us to do it all over again? I'll let you draw your own conclusions on that one. Do you really think you stand a chance on U.S. soil? Do you really think it would be smart to poke that bear? Remember, never bite the hand that feeds you. Remember, we are armed to the teeth in the U.S., and I can promise you this. The Geneva Convention will not apply to you. You attack us, and there will be no mercy. We will bring the righteous hand of God down upon you and crush you. The ball is in your court now, ISIS. We are more than ready to arrange your so-called meeting with your 72 virgins and send you to your prophet Muhammad. Signed, Nick Powers.
Good for him.
That letter
Good for him.
That letter is probably the first viral letter that I've heard about, at least in a long time. I mean, everything that goes viral lately is a video.
Yeah.
You know, every now and then there'll be an audio clip that goes viral, like the gunshots. Did you hear the audio clip of the gunshots from the Michael Brown story?
No, I did not.
But then anyway, so I want to share that with you. And again, that was a letter from Nick Powers. You could probably Google it or go on, what's that website called again? Warfighter, the blog Warfighter.
Yeah, no, excellently done. And he was very concise and precise, and it's the truth.
Nick Powers was on the Kelly File on Fox News on yesterday. He said he wrote the letter because many Americans feel disempowered in the face of the group's threats. Since ISIS uses social media to get their word out and attempt to cause fear, he decided he would fight them with words on their own battlefield.
Good for him.
All right, we need to move forward, and we'll lighten it up a little bit. Galen Newnold calling in from Atlanta. He's up at Dragon Con, and we're going to talk about food fails when we come back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. We're hitting them with airstrikes in Iraq. Now the Islamic State militants are under even more scrutiny.
The U.S. is flying surveillance flights over Syria. President